but she's on the line. And you know what? The conversations that we've had, Carolyn, over this almost 2 hours have been very diverse, real, raw, and heartfelt a lot. And we're coming to the end of the show. And what I want to do is, we were talking about depression and what it is. And you were talking about when you were in a depressed state, how you felt. And what can you say when someone's in a depressed state to give them hope?
I guess I would say to them that there is a way out, because when you're in that state, you feel like there is no way out. You feel like that is your life and there is no way out. You're in this dark hole and it's there forever. So, what I would say to them, there is a way out. You just need to reach your hand out and ask for help and to find the help that works for you. So, for me, it was my spiritual development classes, my personal development classes that I went to every week. It wasn't a one off. Every week I would go to class and I would have some one-on-one sessions with the spiritual counselor. And it took about 6 months for me to realize I was no longer depressed, wasn't happy, wasn't depressed. And it was about a year after that rock bottom where I thought, I've actually got a bit of happiness here. I actually started to reconnect with happiness. I stayed with her for 5 years, every single week. It's like going to the gym and doing one workout and expecting to be bulked up. It takes time, right? I wish I could go to the gym once and get
Yes,
bulked up. It's
yes.
it's a mind muscle, and it's about. So I would say to those people, you can get out of
Heal,
it,
can
but
heal.
you and heal.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can move through it. And it's just about knowing that you can and reaching your hand out and finding the help that you need, that you resonate with,
Yeah.
because we all have different philosophical and religious and spiritual beliefs. Find what works for you, but you're not broken. You're not, it's not about fixing yourself in that sense. It's just about becoming aware of yourself and knowing that you deserve to find happiness and joy in your life.
And to find the magic and the brilliance that you actually have sitting inside
Yes,
you and bringing it out and letting it shine on the outside. Because
yes.
everyone, it doesn't matter what state you're in, has a magic and a brilliance that is just waiting to get out and show people who you truly are.
Absolutely. And in the break, we were talking about imagination. And this is why I feel the meditation classes I went to helped me, because it helped me really dive into my imagination. And now my brain goes on so many journeys. We're talking about how I watch that show, how the universe works. I might watch it and then I'll go, oh, what would it be like to go into the sun? And so I'll take myself onto a meditation and go, wow, it's pretty cool here. So imagination, it can hurt us. So when we're depressed, the imagination is telling us all the crappy things that are going on in life and how people are treating us. That's imagination, because it's the way you're seeing it. You use that imagination and you start to see a better world, a world where there is love and hope and joy, and your magnificence can come out. And there's studies that show that our imagination literally can change our life.
Of
Uh,
course, of
there's a
course.
study. Can I just share this study with you
Yeah,
really
go,
quickly? I shared this. I
go.
think this study was in Australia about basketballers, and they were showing they had three groups of basketballers, and they wanted to see if they could improve their free throws. So you know how they
Yeah,
do the free throws,
yeah,
and one group did nothing, one group practiced diligently physically, and the third group practiced in their mind. They
yeah.
used their imagination. The group that did nothing, nothing improved. The group that physically practiced improved significantly. The group that imagined practicing, their growth or their improvement was almost aligned with the people that
Yep.
physically practiced. So how amazing is that? Our mind is so amazing. And I
So,
don't think we tap into it enough.
no, and you see professional runners and,
Mm,
people that are racing and doing all that sort of thing. They imagine the race before they've even started it, and they imagine getting to the end. They see that race before they even start it. The imagination is, it's amazing, really. There's so many possibilities. There's so much hope. There's so much. we can imagine anything. You know, before anyone went to the moon, they imagined building something to get people to the moon. You know, the submarines to go under the water and around, how did they get built? Henry Ford building the first car, he imagined it in his mind and he worked and worked and worked and worked on it until he had a car that ran on an engine, you know, not horse and cart. There are so many things out there people are imagining now and creating. I mean, look at our computers, look at our phones, look at everything that we have. The computers used to take up rooms and buildings once upon a time. We can carry them so small now in our handbags, in our hands, in our pockets. So the imagination can either make you or break you. Your
Absolutely.
choice. Your choice.
And that's a key. I think when you're in depression, you don't realize you have a choice.
Yeah.
And part of what I would do when I was healing my depression was I would say to myself, I have a choice right now. For the next half an hour, I'm not going to be depressed. Just for half an hour. I'm going to try to navigate through whatever it is. And I was able to do it because I gave my brain permission to go back to depression afterwards. It was almost like I had to create a new habit. So it's a choice. But we don't realize that when we're in the depths of depression. It doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like you're lost. And there is an element of that lost. And it's remembering and pulling back on that choice and just saying, you know, for this next minute, I'm going to smile or laugh. And then one thing at a time.
It's really interesting when you know, we have choices, but we don't think a lot of the time that we do have choices. We can choose. There's some things that we can't change, so let them go. They're not in your control. But what's in your control, you have choices and you can choose to change whatever it is that's not working for you, not serving you. So look at the processes. If you can't do it yourself, ask for help.
And that's a choice. That's
It
a
is a
choice to
choice.
ask for help.
Yeah, yeah. And there are so many things. I mean, life's exciting. It is so exciting. I mean, what you've been through, your choice to be happy and to help other people, even though you've gone, I'm going to say to hell and back, really. And you have, but you've brought yourself out of that. And it's through repetition, it's through choice, it's through asking for help, it's through having those conversations, it's through so many different things. And practicing and learning the modalities that you have and understanding those so that you can use them on yourself to heal you so that then you can heal others. It's I was going to say something, but it's amazing to be able to work through those processes. And you can also say that you understand certain areas because you do, because you've
Yeah.
experienced them. Whereas I always say that you can't understand something if you've not experienced it. So don't say it because that really annoys me. Say, I can empathize with you, but I don't understand what you're going through. But how can I help you? What can I do? Is it just sitting here with you, saying nothing, just being present? You know, all that sort of stuff is, it's amazing. It really is absolutely amazing the choices that we have, that we have to be aware of though, don't we? And how do we make ourselves aware of those things, Carolyn?
Well, the first thing is to ask for help. And that can build our awareness or have conversations with people around us, have conversations with people that have gone through something similar. Social media, as much as it can be a negative, it's also a positive. You could search people that are going through what you've gone through, see what they've gone through and how they've navigated through it, and then find someone that you feel aligned with and connected with, and then ask for help, reach out, ask the question, read a book. But the thing that we need to say here is you can do all those things, but nothing will change until you take action. And there has to be a physical action to what you do. You can't just sit here and go, well, I'm going to not be depressed anymore, but I'm going to stay in this relationship with someone I don't love, in a job I hate, and whatever else is going on. You need to take action. Coming to a practitioner like me is one action, but then there'll be other actions that you need to take to change your life. And
Yeah.
that's the key. And that's where you have a choice. You do have a choice. You can go for a walk every day, even if you're walking around your house. You can choose to eat healthier and not smoke. You know, I know smoking's probably more a difficult one. We won't go there right now, but
Yeah.
everything's a choice. And you can choose to reduce or eliminate or move on or change or whatever. You have the choice. And when you realize that and you take the action to choose, or you choose to take action, I should say, life will change. You can't have the same life if you're doing different things.
Like if you do the same thing every day and expect a different result, forget it. But if you're doing something to make the changes, and they don't have to be big changes, they can be little changes step by
Exactly.
step, and then you can move through that until you get to where you want to be. And it's all about what you think, how you feel, and what action you take. And I always use the hand for the action part. It's head, thoughts, heart, feeling, hand is action. And it is important that if you don't take action on something, nothing will change.
Yep. And you can change your life. You literally can change your life. And there are so many people out there that have done it.
Oh, and continuing to do it,
Yes.
continuing to improve on improving what they've already done. So taking action once they've done one thing and they've improved one thing, then they go on to the next thing. But it's chunking it and taking those little steps. It's not taking giant steps to make the changes, it's taking little steps to make the changes to get to where you want to go. And you need to know what you want and stop conforming to society and to other people who think they know what you need, because you're the only person that knows what you need or wants.
100%. Hence why I have purple hair, which you can't really see right now. I do need to get
No.
repurpleized, I call
Yeah,
it.
well,
I have purple. Yes, there is purple
well,
here, but it's not really coming up on the camera.
no, it's not. No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. I
Oh,
I call it purpleization. I need to be purpleized again. It's just the bottom half, but I agree with you 100%. When you start to own who you are, life is an adventure,
oh,
and you just start going on this adventure. And I often say to my clients, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have even imagined that I'd be running my business full time and running workshops and doing corporate speaking and whatever else I've been, and writing books and whatever else. I didn't have it in me 10 years ago. I didn't have the confidence or the knowledge or the self-awareness or the self-worth. And I know in 10 years' time, I'll be somewhere totally different. But I am now excited. I've sort of got a trajectory of where I want to be. But life's an adventure. So it throws me something and I'm like, oh, that's a bit hard, or oh, I'm a bit nervous. Do I want to go through this adventure? I can choose. Nah, that's too hard. I'm not ready for that. Or yeah, bring it on. I don't know how I'm going to go, but I'm going to throw myself into it.
and you know what? If it doesn't work out, whatever it is that you've tried, take from it the lessons that you've learnt and take them on to the next thing and let the rest go. Because everything
Absolutely.
we do, we learn lessons. Everything. And if we want to be stuck in that place, we can stay there. If we want to get out of it, we can move out of it. But it is our choice.
Absolutely. That's why I say my catchphrase is happiness starts with a choice.
Yes, it does. It does.
Happiness starts with a smile and empower. Sorry, I'll say that again. Happiness starts with a smile. I don't know my own catchphrase. That's funny. Happiness starts with a smile. Empowerment starts with a choice, is my
Mm,
catchphrase.
okay. What would you say to people out there at this time of the year when I call it the crazy season or the silly
Yes.
season? What would you say to people who are feeling a little bit over or feeling overwhelmed? I won't say a little bit because some are feeling a little bit, some are feeling well overwhelmed. What would you say to them? What sort of tips would you give them?
I would say the heart breathing. Literally just breathing in and out of your heart. You can go to Heart Math or YouTube. I've got videos on YouTube and Insight Timer, but you don't even need that. You just connecting with your heart. Spend 2 to 3 minutes. We're not talking a long time. Just breathing in and out of your heart, connecting in with the joyfulness of this season, because yes, it is a crazy time, but there is a lot of joy that goes on around here. You can watch all those joyful movies, all those Christmas movies on
Yeah.
TV. I just watched the Eddie Murphy one yesterday, the Candy Cane Lane, whatever it was. It was a nice Christmas movie. It's a brand new movie on whatever it was, Amazon Prime or whatever. You could watch pleasant movies, but just the heart breathing, that's the 2 to 3 minutes, all you need to do, and it will start to help you reconnect with the joyfulness of this season, not the craziness.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is all about breath. When you're feeling a little bit stressed, if you take a few deep breaths, it just brings you back to a steady state. It brings you back to a place of quiet or stillness if you allow it to happen.
And it brings you back to now. It's a mindfulness activity. It brings you back to now. Or if you don't want to do the breathing, laugh. Find
Yeah.
something to laugh at. Or just
Oh,
laugh.
I can
Just
laugh at
laugh.
myself.
Yeah, I laugh at myself all the time. I stub my toe and, oh, okay, universe. Thanks.
You're telling me something. Move, go around it, not into it, Just
Well,
just
you're not in your
do that.
body properly right now. Can you please, get grounded? Okay, universe, fine.
Be, and it's all about being present, isn't it? It's about being present in the moment because that's all we've got. We can't worry about what's in the past because that's gone, done and dusted. We can't worry about what's in the future because we have no damn idea what's going on in the future. All we know is what's here now in the present moment. Focus on it. Believe in yourself, love yourself, and the world will be a better place. And be kind.
Absolutely.
Be kind.
Be
There's
kind.
got
It
to
doesn't hurt. It's
no,
cheap. It doesn't cost you anything to smile at someone or help them pick something up or hold a door open, or it doesn't cost a cent just to give someone a reassuring smile.
and acknowledge them. That's all
Yes.
some people need. And that's with a smile or a hello.
Yes.
Yeah.